All right. Hey, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram. I don't know. We're everywhere. How are you today? It is Friday, and I'm bringing that fire. Wow. All right. It's Friday. Look, we've got some really cool stuff going on today. So a few things, like one of the things that I want to say is that on LinkedIn, if you're watching, we are tackling your comments via our mobile phones. So be patient with us as we respond. If you're on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, wherever else, we can definitely see all your comments coming in. Ladies, you should be able to see the comments through StreamYard. I hope you all are having a great day. Do me a favor. Let us know who you are and where you're chiming in from so we can give you some love during these crazy times. Hello. And while you all are coming in, all right, while you're coming into the chat room, which I love to see, get fired up over here, I want to introduce two special guests that I have today. We're going live and we're going to be firing this. I'm telling y'all, if y'all are not ready, Kamika in Memphis, Ricky Shanta, hey Pooh, if y'all not ready, if you've never been around a D. Williams live, you are in for a treat. We have here with us today, we are talking about the Corona transformation. I know you're not ready for this, but we're going to put this down for you today. Smack it down on the table. On the table for you. Arkansas, there you go. Everybody's chiming in, ladies, if you see somebody chiming in. Today, we have with us from Livewire Collaborative, Angela Pitter, owner. She is a marketing branding guru. You can catch her on the news any day, inspiring people how to utilize LinkedIn at its greatest capacity. Hello, everybody say hi to Angela.
Hey everybody. How you doing?
Go ahead, Angela. I'm all in there.
I'm excited to be here today. It's Friday.
Yay. There we go. I'm going to pull up my comments and then I'm going to introduce Tatiani because I don't want to miss anything. Hold on, which is so hard on LinkedIn. LinkedIn, where are you at? Woo! Can y'all see the LinkedIn comments before?
I can. Hi, Vita. Hi, Ricky, Kamika. Yes, I see the.
Hey, Vita.
Hi, everybody.
My phone just actually shut down on me.
Hey, Levon.
Of course it did.
It was shut down on me, right? Let me see if
I love the technology, right?
The technology has been crazy today. Hello.
Yes.
I know.
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. I am live. Let me make sure my volume is down. Okay, now I can officially see comments. Lavanya, Anton, hello. How you doing? Javine, how you doing? Anton, you fired up. I'm fired up. Abdul is here. Fabriska is here. I really appreciate each and every one of y'all being here. So we also have another guest. Hey, Joan. We have Tatiani Favors. She is the ultimate tax coach, advisor, specialist, guru. If you are in the market for starting your own tax business, Tatiani Favors is who you want to talk to. She also has a new book that just came out. We can talk about that later. But cool. She's a published author. Get it, Tati. And she's about to turn things up with us too. So today we were sitting around and we were talking about just like all the energy and like the craziness that's going around this whole coronavirus thing and how a lot of the information that is coming out there is literally information that just drives fear, and panic and overwhelm and anxiety. And we're getting all of this information, all of these messages. And we were trying to figure out how can we take this crazy situation and turn it into something really positive, right? To give it a really positive spin and to be able to empower, impact, and inspire each and every person that we come in contact with. So we came up with this idea of the Corona transformation. Angela, chime in. Help me out.
It's all about the Corona transformation. We're trying to turn lemon into lemonade. You could either, you want to be one of those people that watch things happen, wonder what happened, but today we're trying to help you make things happen. happen. And we're going to go right into it. I'm going to bring it back over to D. And you can talk a little bit more about what are those things that you put on the back burner? I know all of you had ideas, build businesses you wanted to build. You might want to reskill something. I know some of you actually, unfortunately, might have even been laid off as a result of all of this craziness. But this is an opportunity. So this is not the time to put your head in underneath and run away. This is the opportunity right now to kind of open up your doors and think about, okay, what can I do different? Because when we come out of the other side of this, the idea is we want to have transformed. And that's why we call it the Corona Transformation. So you are all part of the transformation tribe.
That's right. And just so you know, Corona is an acronym for create opportunity, refine, operate with non-stop action. I know you like that. I know you like that. What's up, Chris on YouTube? What's up, Philip on YouTube? So glad you're here. Hey, Nicole on LinkedIn. Really glad you're here. Okay, so put in the chat box, put below in the comments and let us know, what have you put on the back burner? Has it been a new idea? Has it been a new skill? What have you been putting on the back burner? We are very interested in your comments. Angela, is it anything you put on the back burner? Tati, anything you put on the back burner?
I'm always trying to reskill. So my whole world is marketing. So there's always something new. I always wanted to do some new Google certification, some new Facebook certification, some new HubSpot certification. I need to get certified.
And the things that I tend to put on the back burner is just diving into new softwares that can better help my clients. And so now I have the opportunity to really explore what's out there, more so than what I'm already comfortable with, but what could take, not only my company, but my potential clients and current clients' companies to just elevate everything with new and improved softwares that are always coming out. Now I get a chance to actually test drive everything.
Yep. Even Zoom. I've been a Zoom user for 5 years, but now everybody's jumping out and asking me questions about Zoom. So I had to go back and look, and there was all this new stuff in Zoom that I didn't even realize about.
Oh, yeah.
I had to up my Zoom skills.
That's right. I have a whole list, but I want to just ask really quickly, Vita, Chris, Philip, Ebony, what have you been putting on the back burner? We want to know, like, this is real. This is the real deal. Anton, Latricious, what have you put on the back burner recently? Nicole, Yvonne, what have you put on the back burner? I'm going to tell you, for me, training, like, I am a training junkie, so I don't put that on the back burner at all. I'm addicted to training. I probably spend more money on training than anything else. But the one thing that I feel like I definitely put on the back burner is managing my email list properly. There's something that I'm constantly working on because of quote unquote time. It's like you have so many things on your schedule. And for me, I write out every email on my list. So my lists aren't automated for the most part. I have some automated parts, but I'm actually speaking to the people. So I want to have time to sit down and really gather my thoughts and really be able to give people value. And that literally takes time. So I've definitely been putting that on the back burner, but vowed to do better. So Vita says, she says that getting better organized has been something that she's put on the back burner. Hello, I think we're all guilty of that. Do you agree?
Sure.
Would you agree?
Yes. Yes.
We're all guilty of that. So that's great. Thank you so much. Latara said, hey, D, love the look. Thanks for all that you guys do in the industry. Love you so much. And thanks, girl. I'm feeling really, really cool. Thanks, Kieran. Love you more. So funny. I know, right? It's crazy. Okay, awesome. So we love that. So let's talk about creating opportunity. Let's talk about, what does it take to create opportunity in a time where things are chaotic and hectic, right? How do you create opportunity? Angela, you start out. What are your thoughts?
One of the things, we're so busy. We're like in that hamster in the wheel. And a lot of times we just need to start looking at our networks, right? So to create opportunity, I always tell people your network is your net worth. So take the time now to start building those quality relationships that you kind of been ignoring. You kind of put it off, that you need to reconnect. We always say, I'm going to catch up. That's like, and it never really happens. And so I know some people right now, they're just going back through their network. Look at your own LinkedIn network. And who are all the people you have not connected with, reconnected? Because there could be opportunity right in front of you in those conversations that you haven't had.
That's exactly right. Tatiani, what about you?
I think everything just starts with the decision to decide to create opportunity for yourself. I think you have to say, you know what, I may not know how I'm going to create this opportunity, but I have the desire to create opportunity. It starts there,
Right.
You know, with the decision to say, hey, I don't know the how yet, but I'm going to strive and to figure it out, because everything is figure outable, let me tell you. And then just to kind of piggyback off of what Angela said, I think if you have done things in the past, if you have content in the past, kind of see how you can reform or just recycle some of that information and make it important and make it special for the times that we are in now. Of course, see what the gaps are. Listen to what people are saying, what people are needing at this time, and also make sure you're compassionate during this time, because a lot of people are fearful, uncertain. It's just a lot of low energy, maybe even negative thoughts running around. You know, now is not the time to be tone deaf. And so really just listen to the people around you and see how you can fill those gaps and how you can add value and create opportunity for yourself and maybe even some others.
There you go. I love that. And Meredith Johnson said, start by thinking outside of the box and put your creative energy out there. High five, Meredith. You're right on top of this.
Oh, yes.
Chris stated that one of the things that was holding him back, he said, was his ATS system. He's believing that he can do it with just emailing local people and walking into businesses. He's now starting to understand that what's holding him back is not having the organization that he needs from a technical perspective.
Go. Technology.
So that's big. That's for a lot of people are afraid of organizing. We're going to talk about that. We're going to get into it in a second. That's serious. Also, Philip said, filing my taxes, both personal and business. So
just do it.
Do it. Hurry up.
Let me tell you, Philip, I just do an extension. I don't do that stuff till the fall.
What do you think is holding you back from filing, Philip?
What's holding you back, Philip? Thank you, Kieran. He says he watches me on YouTube all the time. I love it. Ladies, he said, ladies, I love the acronym. Thank you. The new term is self-laid off, I see here.
Exactly. I have a new one for me, for sure.
Yeah.
Awesomeness.
Sure.
So one of the things I just want to add to everything that the lady said here today, when you're talking about creating opportunity, I agree, tapping into your network. I agree, looking at what's going on around us. I mentioned to Angela yesterday in my shower, on the top of my wall, I have an index card that reminds me every day that dissatisfaction creates opportunity. And that I'm always looking for what's uncomfortable, what's wrong, what's hurtful, and how can I take that and flip that around and turn it into something that will empower and fuel people and move them in the right direction. So when you're talking about creating opportunity, I think that looking going along the lines of Tatiani, I think looking at what's going on around us. We see Nike and other companies like that creating face masks, right? With logos on there. That's an opportunity. And based on the situation that's going on, I've heard people are feeding the homeless. They're, they have custom gloves. Like, think about what can you do right now to support your niche market or your family. Sometimes support is literally just a freaking phone call. Sometimes it's just a freaking phone call. And piggyback on Angela, that one phone call can create an opportunity, can start a conversation and create an opportunity that's like $1 million idea. Let's go out and get it.
Exactly.
That's my feedback to that. Comments. Philip said, I was told I don't have to file my first year, so I wasn't worried about it. But since this pandemic crept on us, I'm wondering, would I be effective? Philip, where are you located? Where they're telling you don't have to file your first year. I don't know if that's right. Tatiani is the tax expert here.
Go ahead.
That's not a good strategy. I mean, if you're focused on, you know, this is all a game, and you have to strategize, you know, with taxes and everything. And so there are benefits to filing your first year. You definitely want to file your first year because it tells a story to the IRS. Okay, you started, you may have little to no income or a loss. Then year 2, then year 3, it progresses. It tells a story. You don't want to just file when everything is booming. And so, and then also filing for, you know, if you're trying to buy a home, for business line of credits, for personal LLCs, just anything that is a reason. And now that the pandemic has happened, and if you're interested in getting the stimulus check, you have to file. You know, if you didn't file your 2019, they're going to look at your 2018 tax return to see if your income levels qualify, and go from there. And so I always err on the side of to file versus not to file, unless you're like 90 and, you know, it's just really, you know, but if you are listening to this live, you should probably be filing.
Exactly.
And there is an extension, right?
There is an extension. Well, this typically, the deadline is April 15th, but without even filing an extension for this year, they have extended it automatically to July 15th.
All right.
But also,
That's federal only, though.
That's federal and state. Yeah. Well, federal for sure, and the states will. If I don't see the state saying what,
Yeah,
the state
because
is
Massachusetts has not.
right, they'll fall through. Yeah, it's all extended. Some states are brutal, you know, but
yeah,
but they'll follow through.
Okay, I got you a question. When is the last time you took a class? So we already talked about getting yourself together. When's the last time you took a class to redefine your skills? I'm going to chime first. I'm taking 4 classes right now, back to back, and I am exhausted. But I feel empowered in those areas, and now I can not only implement, but I can also help someone else who's in that challenge, who's having those challenges. So when is the last time you took a class to redefine your skills? Tatiani, Angela?
Sunday, because I had to get there to do some, like I said, reskill myself, finding out the latest and greatest on Zoom. Mm-hmm. And so I went through the whole Zoom training. They got a lot of training. So anybody want to figure it out, is all there on their website.
I love it. Tatiani?
One of my tax software, something that I'm looking into for future usage. I went through the training, did a few test runs, looked at, you know, the links, how they would work. And so a tax software, the last time I did training, that was about 3 weeks ago.
That was about 3 weeks ago. Philip stated that he's in Louisiana. Ashman, I will answer your question at the very end of this, because this isn't necessarily a staffing training. You ask me staffing questions, but I definitely will answer your question towards the end. So stay tuned. Do not go anywhere. Rita said she took her last class yesterday. Rita.
I know that's right.
Girl, I know that's right. That's what I'm talking about. Get in that space as soon as possible, getting that learning. Can you all see the comments on LinkedIn? Because I cannot.
I can on my phone.
I can on my phone. Yes.
I want to be able to support all of LinkedIn here. Okay, here we go. Felicia says that I am leveling up from a 6 Sigma green belt to black belt certification. Hey, girl, get that.
Yes, girl.
Exactly. Yeah, I've done the green belt. Girl, go ahead.
I need a bodyguard. I want maracas. I never knew I wanted maracas until just now. Like, why don't I have my now? I'm wondering, what am I doing with my life that I don't have maracas?
Like right next to
right now. Angela, do you feel me?
On your desk too, ready to go.
Yeah, right, like they're in arm's reach. Like she knew exactly where they were. That's D for you guys. That is so funny. But I want some now.
I teach lots of classes and I bring energy. So I have to keep maracas around to make sure that people are staying fired up. So that's me. Y'all already know how I go. Okay, let's see. What else do we have? Some other people said they follow. D, can you please text the acronym? Can we put the acronym in the box? For sure, our acronym.
I think we can.
The acronym is to create opportunity, refine, operate with non-stop action. So I think Angela's going to throw that in.
Yeah, I'm putting it in there.
Right there. How you doing? All right, awesome. That green belt certification, the black belt is serious. So
it's serious work. I've done the green belts. I know what it takes to do a black belt.
Jimmy Chris.
Oh wow.
I
watched my nephew do them all.
Really?
Yeah, but I have not. But maybe in another life, or maybe when I get older, I will.
So I want to talk about it. Tati, what are the best certifications to take today? So we already know you have a course, so let's plug you in really quick before we go further.
Right. Well, I do have an online course for the tax professional who wants to become a bona fide business owner. And so it is not tax preparation heavy. It's more so on the, it airs on the lines of how to operate and own a successful tax business. And so if you want to learn how to prepare a tax return, I have those options as well. But this is teaching you marketing, systems, building a team, getting your mind right, pricing your services, year-round income, all of those things to that contributes to owning a tax business. And it's something that I think that something like that, something that you can own. So next time we are in a pandemic, hopefully it won't be in our lifetime, you'll have something to fall back on. For a lot of you, you were laid off or hours reduced or whatnot. If you are self-made and you create your own opportunities, then this is just another time for you to elevate and your funds won't decrease as much as if, you know, you're working for someone else. And so now is a time to get any type of training that will help you own your own or run your own business. There's so many opportunities out here, whether it's a tax business or anything. Now, I think a lot of people should look at business ownership in some type of way, even if it's buying something and flipping it online, or, you know, just to create some type of income. But there are trainings out there that can teach you exactly how to become your own boss and elevate. And so you can dodge pandemics and crises and things of this nature, you know, if and when they do occur.
Yes. And just really quickly, what's the last class you took? Can you name it?
The last class
what was it on?
Well, it was a tax software that I was playing around with.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was more so like white labeling and seeing like how documents will be uploaded into it. I currently use Tax Pro Docs, and so it was another smaller software, but it was a subsidiary of Tax Pro Docs. So Tax Pro Docs.
Awesomeness. Angela, what about you? What type of training do you provide? And I know you have a 14-day.
Yes. So next, a lot of business folks, because of the industry they're in, some of them, you know, their income might have come to a screeching halt. Likewise, some folks in corporate or, you know, or even locally, local businesses have laid off quite a few people. So I decided to relaunch my LinkedIn challenge. So next week.
Yes, I love your LinkedIn challenge.
I do too.
Starting Tuesday on my Facebook page, Angela Pitta Speaks. You can join me every evening, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we're going to do our 14-day stay with LinkedIn. So we're going to get you powered up. We're going to go from zero to hero. By the time we finish 14 days, you would have a wonderful LinkedIn profile that's going to get you found, that's going to help you engage with your audience and just attract new clients, new business, new job opportunities right to your doorstep.
That's awesome.
Yes.
So that's all going to start on Tuesday, whatever day of the week that is.
And what's the last class you took, Angela?
The last class I took, like I said, it was that Zoom class. That was the last class I took, was the Zoom class. Yeah.
I'm taking an email marketing class and a Facebook ads class right now.
Yeah, and I'm getting ready to do a Facebook ads class. That's the next one.
Definitely. And then you all know that for me is what I promote entrepreneurship. I show people how to start and scale their very own niche recruitment and staffing business. Just FYI, my channel just recently hit 10,000 subscribers.
Woo! Congratulations. Yes, I love it.
10,000 excited about that. I also am the founder of the Mo Plan Do app. And where you can organize your ideas and execute your strategy. So I'm really excited about that. And yeah, so that was the last training and what I have going on. So awesome. Let's go and look at the comments and see what folks are saying, because there's a lot of comments over here. Angela, they want you to repeat. What you were saying about your 14-day challenge.
Okay, so the 14-day challenge is going to run. It's going to be via Facebook Live, and it's going to go on my Facebook page, which is Angela Pitter Speaks. And like I said, every single day. So we're going to start from the top of your profile. I'm going to talk about your photo all the way through how to even make sure you got your volunteer opportunities. Everybody. Not everybody, but most of us do some kind of volunteer or something. And how do you properly make sure you promote that on your profile? So we are going to go through at least 14 key areas of your LinkedIn profile and how to get that nice and shiny.
I love it. More comments here. Titus said, can any of you discuss the SBA disaster loan? Will the requirements be less stringent since businesses will be going under? I actually was just texting Tina Williams, who's an expert in this space. I'm trying to get her on this call. She's trying to log in now, and she can answer those questions for us shortly.
There was a webinar today, and I'm going to see if I can find the link and dump it in that everybody can go through. They talked through, it was literally an hour and a half webinar, which I missed, but they talked through how to do that process.
Yep, she does too. And I actually, if you're on my list, I sent the video out and I posted it as well for you all. So I hope you have it. Thanks, Chris, for the 10K grant. Love. Vita says, what is her, this is Vita, what's her first and last name so we can find Angela? Angela, they want to know your first and last name.
Angela, Angela, Pitter, Pitter. You know what? I should just put it in the comments. Speaks is the Facebook page. And connect with me on LinkedIn, by the way. Everybody, Angela Pitter, connect with me on LinkedIn. Because I also have a LinkedIn checklist that I'll send everybody. You can just kind of get going with that right now. So
awesome.
Connect with me.
Also, Chris, this says, Chris, thanks for 10K more. Please, we got replete. Vita says, not the hero to zero. I like it. Mm-hmm. Rita says, I am interested in the tax course. Did you have a domain for Rita, Tatiani?
Yes, I will put it in the comments now.
Awesome.
Or you can go to my Instagram page, and it's a link in my bio, Tatiani Favors, at Tatiani Favors, but I'll also put the link in the comments.
Awesome. Also, Chris Taylor says, I administer the training for my niche, but have not taken the training myself. Let me put that on my to-do list. I like action takers. I love action takers, and we're going to talk about that. I got fired up and had to pick my rockers up for 2 seconds. Love me a nice action taker. We are waiting for Tina. She's trying to log in right now. Energy is transferable. I'm trying to look at my LinkedIn comments here. Emmanuel loves what Angela said about your net worth is your net work.
Thank you.
Yes, I love that. And y'all, ladies, everyone is loving the Corona acronym. I love it. Hey, AL, how are you? Good to see you. AL Thomas is amazing. She's got an amazing magazine for women entrepreneurs. If you don't know anything about it, check her out. She's on Facebook. I hope she doesn't kill me for that one, for that plug. Also, okay, so I've got another question. What's currently in your toolbox? What tools are you using right now to implement something that, or to take that idea, or to take your ideas to another level? What tools? What's in your toolbox? Angela, what's in your toolbox?
Oh my God, what tool? Not in my toolbox. I have like a million bazillion tools. Like, like I got like, you know, my kids make fun of me because I think I have like maybe 200 apps on my phone. but you know what? So one of the stuff I use every single day. So I use Evernote every single day. I use probably Slack at least on a weekly basis. I have a lot of stuff going through Slack. I use Asana, which is a project management tool. regularly as well. Let me see what else. I have a lot of a bazillion Chrome extensions. Just so Canva is one of those things I use every day. But there's an eye drop tool to get the colors. There's Pablo to do a quick and dirty background. I have a scheduler because I'm all things social media. So you got to schedule and all that crap. So there's a bazillion tools that I use all the time.
Oh, somebody wants to come on our video. That is so funny. Awesome. I love this. Okay, awesome. What about you, Tatiana? What tools do you have in your toolbox?
A lot of Google extensions, like Angela says. I also use Asana. I use GetResponse as my email, my bulk email provider. A lot of tax software for different things within the tax industry. Canva is a huge one. And then also the latest and greatest, and I'm going to say probably the last year, I've been using Trainual, and I absolutely love it. Trainual makes it easy to train your team. And so you literally like upload your manuals, or it's a to-do guide. If you hire someone new, you can say, hey, do this training in Trainual, and they know exactly what to do. It is amazing. I actually really like it. And so Trainual is like my latest and greatest tool in my toolbox. And I'm sure I'm missing a lot because I'm constantly going through. Also, what is the and I think you sent me this to get testimonies, that video ads.
Yes.
I love video ads. And so I use that more than I probably should. And I found out ways to use them in different ways. Oh, and Typeform. I use Typeform. Yeah, Typeform is good. So I'm sure I could probably make a whole ebook out of the tool.
Exactly. That's true. Yep.
Yeah.
I should have mentioned, of course, Zoom, because I'm Zooming every single day.
Oh yeah, Zoom. Of course.
Zoom is so cool. Virtual background, all that good stuff.
Zoom is almost like air, like you
exactly.
have to have it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Definitely. What do I use? Every day I'm on ActiveCampaign. That's what I use for my email marketing. I'm on Zoom every day. I'm on Typeform every day. I'm on Loom. Loom is a great.
Oh yes.
I love Loom. You can record everything. I'm a huge Slacker. I love Slack. I love Trello. I teach my students all my classes. I teach getting a Trello board. They hate it, but in the beginning,
I love
it. I don't know. MoPlan Do. What are you saying? I use my mobile app every day. MoPlanDo.com. We're still in beta. MoPlanDoBeta.com. So I use the MoPlan Do app every day. I don't use Evernote. I actually use Apple Notes, because it links to all my Apple worlds. And then I also use Voxer for my private one-on-one coaching when my high-end clients want to talk to me every moment of the day. I use Voxer, and they can Vox me for that. So that's my tech stack for the most part. Let's see what everybody else is using here. Oh, we got some good stuff here. We've got first of all, Empress, we love you. She's listening in from London and loving the content and the energy. Thank you so much. Ayo says Evernote, and she loves Asana.
Yep, that's my thing. I love that.
Vita says Evernote Do Tell. So what's Evernote? Who said they were using Evernote? Angela?
Me. Evernote. So Evernote is literally like all your notes can go in Evernote. You can share, do collaborative stuff with Evernote. You can record with Evernote. I mean, there's just so much things you can do with Evernote. I save all my, you're on the web all day and you like want to go back to that page. So I save all those pages. You can organize everything. I have a folder for all my clients in Evernote. Some people use OneNote?
OneNote, yeah.
OneNote. Yeah, so if you're Office 365, just go with OneNote. Pretty much has all the things.
Awesome. Then we also have.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep, we can hear you. We're going to introduce you in 2 seconds, Tina. Hold tight. We got.
Yes, I can't hear anything.
Okay, she's trying to get in. So we'll let Tina get in for a second. And while Tina's coming in, Okay, so we can see and hear you. Okay, there you go.
And Ayo is Trainual. It's Train Trainual.
Yep, Trainual. That's perfect. Awesome. Vita said, latest and greatest inspiration. Hey, Ayo said she loving type form, Zoom, live. She's loving it. She's giving us love. Okay. Vita says, awesome. Ayo says, I have over 2,009 notes and notes.
Yeah, I probably have about 6,000 actually.
Yeah.
Relax. That's intense.
Yep.
That is intense. What do we have on LinkedIn? Fran said, hello, amazing lady. This is a recruiter fan. Thank you for your fantastic Friday. We love you. We're going to talk about the SBA loan in 1 second, y'all. Give us 1 second. We're going to dive into that. I just want to make sure I'm answering all questions here. Amazing. Okay, so she's getting in there. Awesome. All right. Now, really quickly, why Tina? Let me just check.
No, I cannot hear anyone. That's the problem.
Here.
One moment. I can't hear. I can't hear you guys. One moment.
No worries. Angela, did you have that issue earlier?
Yeah, that's when I left and came back.
Okay, so I'm going to tell her to log out and log back in.
Yeah.
Hold on. Yeah. You say no pressure. Like no pressure.
Yeah. I love the technology, right? It don't
Okay, so she's gonna come back in. All right, I gotta keep this thing going. I want to keep this energy high. Energy high. Wow! All right, now
Can you imagine living with D?
oh my God, I drive my kids crazy, literally.
So absolutely. Like no doubt in my mind.
Sunshine.
I live off of it. If ever I'm feeling, I go or call D, and she gets my energy right up. So I live for it. I honestly, it never bothers me.
You need an upper. There you go.
That's just me.
Call D.
Look, we got time to be all sad, and we got to keep this energy up.
No, we trying to transform, right? We trying to transform. That's right. We trying to make things happen. So we ain't got time to be, whining and crying and none of that. We're not doing
no time.
No time. Turn those negatives into positive.
That's it. That's it.
I want to dive into this because this is really the most important part to me. Is now that you understand you got these ideas, you're creating opportunities, you're refining your opportunities, and you're literally got all of these tools in your toolbox to actually implement what you're trying to implement. The next question I have to you is, what does nonstop action mean to you? Now, I told Angela, this is my part completely. Because
she's nonstop, right? As you
nonstop action.
Yeah. Nonstop Williams, right?
I was like, this is my part, Angela. I'm going. So nonstop action.
My mic is working, but I can't hear you guys. I can't
hear us.
She still can't hear us. Hold on 1 second. So this is what I'm going to do because, I'm about that nonstop action. So hold on.
Hello?
Tina, don't worry about hearing us. You got me on the phone so you can hear us on the phone. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so stay right there. Stay right there, okay? All right, so what does nonstop action mean to you? For me, when I think about nonstop action, okay, so as a business coach, you all know I train staffingpreneurs to start their own staffing business. I have go-getters and their own group, audacious visionaries. And the one thing that I have learned, which is how the Mo Plan Do app even ever came about, is that people start things, but they don't finish. Or people start things when it's exciting in the beginning and then they stop. Or they start and they take forever to implement. And I really believe that energy is action. Action is energy. And the reason why people don't move is because they allow their frequency. Okay, Tatiana, you know where I'm getting ready to go. They allow their frequency to lower. Just due to outside things. TV, the news. Right now, I know a lot of people is on some lower vibrational energy levels right now. But when that energy is low, you're less likely to do the things that you want to do, which is one of the reasons why y'all see me go hard. You see me getting fired up because when that energy is flowing, then I have the desire to create non-stop action. And so I'm not asking y'all to be as fired up as I am on a consistent basis, but I am asking you all to increase your energy so that as you're doing things, as you are implementing things, then you will have the feeling that I can't give up, or I can't stop, or I don't want to stop. But I want to open up the floor to you all. What does nonstop action mean to you? While the answers are coming in, Tatiana, what do you got for this one?
Well, ditto everything you said, first of all. But I am a strong believer that you can act in opposition of how you feel. And so even if you don't feel like doing anything, or you feel like binge watching, or your energy is low and you're just not feeling doing work or creating anything, put yourself in the environment to be creative, to put some action behind yourself, and your energy will actually raise into whatever your action is. And so a lot of people don't think, you can act in opposition of how you feel. And so do it anyway. It's my thing. Nonstop action to me is doing it when I don't feel like it. Having those whys be strong enough to where those early mornings when I wake up at 5 o'clock every morning. Sometimes I don't go to bed till 2 or 3 o'clock, but I still get up at 5. And if I don't, I'm asking myself, what's my why? Why am I even doing this anyway? To remind myself when my energy is low of, okay, nonstop action. I have a goal. I have a place, a destination that I'm trying to get to. And that's another thing that'll keep you on track to nonstop action. Write down, not type, write down your goals and review them often, at least once a week, every day preferably, but at least once a week. So when you do have low energy and you feeling non-active, you remember that, hey, I'm doing this for a reason. All of this is for a reason. Let me act because it's for a reason. I have a goal. And so that's my biggest thing. Act in opposition to how you feel.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you heard words from an extrovert and an introvert. So you got a balance there, Angela. Fill us up there.
So I like that, and I always try to. In the back of my mind, I gotta think, do it afraid. You gotta do it afraid. Like, no matter what, you gotta do it afraid. And then sometimes you gotta think about you gotta back to what Tatiana said. You kind of gotta go against how you're feeling, right? Mm-hmm. And then so for me, I know to get the juices going, I need to work out, right? And I know I can't work out at the end of the day, because I work at the end of the day, it's just going to kill everything. So I gotta work out in the morning. So no matter what, I need to get my butt up and get in gear and work out. And I can talk about one of the apps that now that I can't go to the gym, I've been using Daily Burn. If you guys want to try that one out, and it has all the workouts. And it's 60-day free trial. So I got to get that going. But sometimes you just need to think. And then for me, honestly, I do my best thinking in the shower.
There you go.
So I just go in the shower, run that water, God forbid the water bill, and I just got to think. And then also, you just got to bounce ideas off of something. Like sometimes your mind is so cluttered, you just got to talk to people. So one of the things I have been doing, as I mentioned earlier, take the time to reconnect. So I have just been doing Zoom with my friends to just kind of just dump, right? And then sometimes in the dumping, things become a lot clearer. So it keeps that action and keeps you also accountable. Because when you talk to people and you say, well, I want to do this, the next time they talk to you, they say, well, Angela, the last time you said you want to do blah, 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 did you do blah, blah, blah? So it forces the accountability by having folks around you.
That's awesome. Vita said, great. Alexandra said, agreed. That's why that's essential. Everyone is saying they can relate everywhere you go here, which is freaking awesome. What else do we have here? What else do we have? Really quickly to go back, LaVon said that the tool that she's using is Drake Software, which is a tax software for a tax business. Emmanuel said lean thinking and business process improvement and Six Sigma tools, as well as my Gemba tools. So people are also adding their tools in here to the system. Tatiana says she loves the Drake software. I love that. So nonstop action is imperative. And when we're talking about taking action, I told Angela today, I said, we've got to give people some action items. We're not playing around. Yep. So what I want each and every one of you to do right now is to take action. Okay. The Corona transformation is all about creating opportunity, refining that opportunity, operating within that opportunity, and then doing all of that with nonstop action. So Corona stands for create, opportunity, refine, operate, nonstop action. And so you can go to coronatransformation.com. We're not selling you anything. The only thing we want to do is provide you with a checklist that will help you kind of get through this Corona transformation process and to get transformed. If you are one of those people that are completely overwhelmed by everything that's going on and you are looking for a light at the end of the tunnel, something that will really just inspire you, motivate you, and get you going so that in the event something like this or even worse or less worse happens, you are structured financially, mentally, emotionally. Get the checklist. It's really, really, really going to help you. And we'll always be sending out some really cool tips and stuff. Tatiana, Angela, do you have anything you want to say before I bring in Tina?
No, you said it all, girl.
Yeah.
Grab the checklist, folks.
Get the checklist.
Your first action is to grab the checklist. Number one.
For sure. Be actionable and do that. First step. Go to the website, get the checklist.
Go to the website and get the checklist. Okay, so I'm just going to go through the questions really quickly and see. Everything there is great. All the comments. Did I miss any comments? I actually have a special treat for anybody who wants to hang around. We're still talking about the Corona transformation, but we're taking it a little step further here. And we want to talk about the financial piece of this coronavirus space. So there was a gentleman who commented, and I actually had to pull out my phone book very quickly, like, call Tina to get Tina involved, because Tina just sent me this information about how to apply for the funding for, and I know I'm saying this wrong, the Corona Relief Fund. Is that what it is? Is that what they're calling it, ladies? Do you know what they're calling it? Is there a specific name for it? Tina Williams, you all. Tina, introduce yourself and let them know. What I know, Tina, she works with, and we can hear you, Tina, just so you know. Yeah, you may not be able to hear us, but we can hear you. Hold on.
Do you take down the banner because it's blocking Tina?
Okay, hold on 1 second.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you perfectly. Oh, hold on. Yes, we can hear you perfectly.
Let me see if I think I can. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you perfectly.
Oh, now you have to call me back. Can you hear me though?
We can hear you perfectly.
Okay. I'm gonna stay off my phone and then you call me back when I get finished. Well, guys, there is what's called, I don't know if I can share my screen, but there is called the SBA COVID-19 Economic Injury Disaster Relief Loan that is out there. My name is Tina Williams. I own QT Business Solutions. We're in Southfield, but we service companies across the United States. We help people get business funding. So a lot of my clients are startups. They never had I'm usually the one that gets them their first large business loan. So if you ever, want to check it out, you check it out with Dee. I've had startup clients that we've gotten 300,000. I got startup client, got 400,000. I mean, I can get the first large startup loan. And I can also do smaller startup loans, 20, 30,000, because sometimes 20,000 can change the whole life of your whole family forever. That first business loan that is meant for business, that first $20,000, $30,000 will change your life. And I've been actually witness to lot of my clients. So I'm happy to be a part of their journey. As you know, we're working from our homes right now. So usually I have it not nicer and in my office, but in my house today. But anyway, there is the largest economic stimulus package that has ever been issued in the history of the United States. Just happened a couple of days ago. So we are actually blessed, even though this seems like a hard time. We are blessed. I remember when I first started I kind of started in my business. I used to be a banker. I worked at Chase and Fifth Third. The economic American Recovery Act of 2009 happened, and it just opened up so much money for our people just getting money. So that was the economic the thing that President Obama had, which was the American Recovery Act of 2009. Well, because of COVID-19, we are able to get the largest, it has never happened before, the largest economic stimulus package. Right now, the dollar amount is $367 billion for businesses that are struggling in this economy. So if you had an existing business and you lost revenues, which is everybody, anybody that is losing revenues right now can apply for this loan. And the beauty of it is it's coming directly from the SBA. So generally speaking, when you apply for an SBA loan, you have to go through a bank. And sometimes there's the bank's requirements with credit and all of those things. Because these loans are specifically and directly through the SBA, they're going to have extremely lenient terms for these loans. So it's like a FEMA type deal, coming from the government. This is the exact same thing, but just for specifically small businesses that have been impacted by COVID-19. And it's a specific loan. It is a SBA COVID-19 economic injury disaster loan. So that's a long term, but they have it. If I were able to share my screen, I'm actually just going to read some of the stuff off of the website. Basically, this loan is to pay all of your bills, whatever you have, loan bills, credit card bills, your pay that you were supposed to be paying yourself, that you didn't get because you're closed, or you know what I'm saying, your pay that you're supposed to pay for your employees, everything that you're talking about, that's what this loan is for. So I'm encouraging every single person that has an existing business to apply for this. Don't let this pass. You cannot let this pass. This corona transformation, you about to transform up in here, because if you what I'm asking is, apply for 6 months of all of your expenses, including what you would have paid yourself now, and get it. And then that's what they're giving. Whatever you think is going to help you keep your doors open and not closed, this is what this loan is for, including paying yourself, because you still got to pay your mortgage. You still got to pay all your light bills at your house too. Just because all your employees got laid off, they don't want you to lay your employees off either. So they want you to apply for the loan so that you can keep your employees and not cause unemployment to rise. So that's what this economic stimulus is out there for. And we better be on top of it and apply for it.
That's right. I asked the question.
So I'm going to need you to call me back and mute me back up.
She's like, call me back. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to get her right on here. There she is. Give me 1 second here. Okay, we got you. Hold on 1 second. So that's great. Tina's amazing. First of all, let's give Tina, I'm going to give her some Maraca love. Yeah.
Thank you, Tina, for that information. Thank you.
So really good information. I asked the question, have you applied for the SBA disaster loan yet? And we've got a lot of people responding, actually. Who we go? Let me go. Oh, first of all, let's give LaVon some love. She grabbed the checklist. Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Get that check, girl.
Spirit fingers.
He says taking action. I love it. Levon said, I applied for the SBA disaster loan. Awesomeness. Titus said, I applied. Awesomeness. And so people, and Titus said, I applied for the standard SBA loan before it was denied. I'm hoping to get approved for the disaster loan. Tina, do you think that would be, how does that work?
Okay. Let me unmute myself.
Okay.
Okay, can you hear me? Wait,
Yeah.
let me turn this off a speaker. Okay. So here's the thing. The disaster loan is going to be, the reason why you get declined if you're going to a bank is because you have to meet the bank's criteria. So you have to have all of their criteria. You have to have their minimum credit requirements. You have to have their guidelines. You're not applying through the SBA through a bank. So usually you can only get a loan through a bank. You can only get an SBA loan through a bank. They do not lend directly to the public. They lend to the bank where they give what's called a guarantee. So let's say, for instance, you were getting the SBA 7A loan. The bank will say, the SBA said to the bank, hey, if this person defaults, we'll give you 90% of your money back. And then the government will collect from that person, but they're not lending directly. They're just giving the guarantee that if that person default, they're going to be able to go ahead and cover the bank's losses. This SBA COVID loan is different in that they are lending it directly. It's not a guarantee. It's directly from the SBA itself. So you're going to have more lenient terms because they already know you already had some credit. You might have some credit issues because you couldn't pay your bill. You're getting ready to lay off all of your employees. Your door's going down. You can't pay any of your insurance bills, nothing. So you're probably having some problems if that's happening. Your credit is probably taking some hits if that's happening. So if you're applying for an SBA loan directly, you're going to get a decline. The other thing is, if I'm having some issues where I know I'm not going to get approved at the bank, I probably would go for a micro loan as opposed to a SBA loan through a bank, because banks have a minimum credit requirement. Usually it's a 680 credit score at minimum. But at the same time, we're able to go directly to the SBA. I think she had a question. Oh, yep. It is. You can get up to $2 million, a 30-year max. They're going to go on what you can actually afford to pay back. So if you don't make $2 million in a year, last year, don't apply for $2 million. But the max interest rate is 3.75 for for-profits. Nonprofits can actually apply too, and the max interest rate is 2.75 up to 30 years. So it's up to $2 million. So anybody that needs to apply for this loan needs to do so.
Really quickly, hold on. I'm gonna call Tina back because we're having audio issues. I don't want to put this. Hold on one second. Okay, Tina, one question we had, someone says, I was a startup. I was supposed to have my first training class, which was canceled to the pandemic. I'm not really sure if this is based on personal or business credit. How do you know anything? Like, how are they doing that?
Okay. I'm going to put you on my phone.
Okay.
Don't hang up.
Okay. Can you hear me? Okay.
So you're a startup, and the only thing about this loan is it does have to be, you have to have had revenues and be able to show that you lost revenues. So let's say you were a startup and you only had like 6 months or 2 months. You had 2 months of revenue. Okay. And then now you have zero revenue. You can prove that you don't have any revenue. so we can show that. So you can be a startup, but you have to be in a startup that has had some revenues so that you can show them some sort of history of what you lost.
I have another question for you. Can you hear me, Tina? I got one more question for you. They're saying, what credit score do they want for this SBA disaster loan?
So remember, the SBA does not have a minimum credit requirement. Banks do. So when you go ahead and you're going to a bank, the SBA doesn't have a minimum credit requirement. The bank does. Because these are going directly through the SBA, they're going to be lenient. I'm going to say if you have a 575 or better credit score, you're pretty going to, because if you have a 575 right now and you go through a microloan, you're going to get approved. So you got to meet some other criteria, but pretty much if you have a 575 credit score and you meet some other basic criteria, they're approving our clients for at that right now, before even the COVID disaster. So you're going to be good. Now, with that being said, if you're below 575 and you have an existing business that has lost revenue and you have employees, they're trying to keep you to stay in business. So I wouldn't say, I don't care what credit score you have, apply. Here's the thing, you can get two answers, yes or no.
Yeah. There you go.
You got a 50% chance.
Yes or no. Do it.
So please apply. Do not discourage anyone from applying. Wait, I'm gonna put you off so I can hear you.
I'm sorry. I was just saying, so they are pulling your credit to see if you have some worthiness of being able to get the loan, but they're not using that as their core defining reason as to whether or not you get the loan or not. They really just want everyone to stay in business, to stay working, so that we don't have, I guess they just announced we're in a depression. We don't have a greater depression than what could possibly happen. Is that correct?
Yes. So here's the thing. If you lay off your employees, it's going to be worse for them. They don't want you to close your doors. You're going to have no money if you close your doors, and all your employees are going to have no money. So that's worse for them. That's not the goal for these loans. These loans are to keep you open until they can actually figure out how to stop the deaths. I mean, as you know, I told you my aunt passed yesterday from the coronavirus. So I'm still like, I can't even.
I was texting too. I was like nervous about. I was so nervous.
I can't hear you.
I'm sorry, Tina. I was telling them I was so nervous about texting you, even just knowing, like, we talked yesterday, and I told Angela, I was like, I talked to my friend Tina, and she was just like, and so that freaked me out. And Tina, when I got off the phone with you, I actually called my great aunt who's 86 and was like, where, it just made me want to just start calling people to see what's going on. I started calling my staff entrepreneurs that are in the highly infected places. Like, are you okay? Are you staying in the house? So it's really, and we're so sorry for your loss. We're sending condolences to you as well.
Yeah, and Tina, I don't know if you can hear me, but if she can't, Dee, let her know my condolences. I had no idea she was going through that or that even happened.
Yeah.
Right.
Hold on. Let me put this on mute. I'm still kind of in shock because I just can't even believe it. You know what I'm saying? But it's literally, I've been so busy with this COVID. Everybody's asking me to help them apply for these loans. So it's taking me, out. I love helping people. I'm a giver. So this really helping me to be able to help people go and get it changes me when I'm able to help people get their loan and change their family life forever. That gives something to me. So also, if I'm able to help people stay in business, it's giving something to me. My aunt, we were close, so that's why it's me staying busy. I'm really happy. I was happy she texted me. I was on an appointment when she texted me. I was like, okay, I'm gonna get back on this appointment later. But it's keeping me busy. So thank you.
Well, if you need anything, I'm sure everyone on this call is thinking, we would do anything that we can for you. If you need us, we are definitely, a band of sisters, and we not only help, the masses, but we help each other as well. And so absolutely. I'm definitely lending my support for you.
Yeah. And I echo everything. Yeah.
I get on that.
Yeah.
A few more questions, and then we're gonna let these folks go. Fran asks, "Can a sole LLC qualify for a loan?" Before you answer that, Tina, Kara says, "Hey, Kara." She says, "Tina, I'm praying for you and your family." And Levon also says, "I love this form. I need help with a loan for my business." So the big question here was, can a sole LLC qualify for a loan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, actually, you can be a sole proprietor. You can be a sole proprietor and still apply for this. There's a separate loan application, 2 separate loan applications. There's one for a sole proprietor, or someone that's applying for a home disaster loan. And so that's one application. You don't fill out the other one. And then the other application, if you're not a sole proprietor, you would fill out the same application as any LLC. You could be a sole member LLC or multi-member LLC, a corporation, a nonprofit, anything outside of a sole proprietor would fill out that other application.
Awesomeness. Tina Simply H says, "So sorry for your loss." She says that her prayers are to you, and we all ditto that sentiment. So those are all the questions that we have now. Tina, can you do me a favor and share your contact information so that everyone can find you?
Yes, I actually put a specific thing together. It is a text. So if they text 33444 to COVID loan, I'm sorry, text COVID loan. So it's just the word with no spaces. I'm gonna put it in the 233444. The thing here. I put it in the private chat. I don't know if it
Yep,
it go
I did that. Yep.
Okay, I don't know how that works, but all right, you'll figure it out. So it's COVID loan, no spaces is the message, and 33444 is the telephone number, and that actually gets you all of the information. Actually, it sends you a free. Oh, you got it! Yay! It sends you the application because I just want I want you guys to apply for it. So it sends you all of the whole application. So if you text it and then you reply with just your email address to that text, it's going to send you an email with the whole application inside of it. And then if you need some assistance, you can, in that email, you'll be able to contact us as well. And then I would let Dee know, who's all needing assistance.
Yeah, that's awesomeness. Also, I appreciate that. I've put that message out and posted it for everyone. Please take advantage of this opportunity, especially if you are a business owner. Specifically, this is so serious. Chris Taylor said that condolences to you and your family as well. Let's see. Any other questions before we let out? I just want to take a moment to just really thank everyone for taking the time to hang out with us here today. It has been amazing. Tatiani, do you have any final words for us?
Take action, act in opposition to how you feel, figure out your opportunities. If you want to connect and get some motivation, I do that daily on all of my platforms at Tatiani Favors on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And so just come to my page and get motivated, and also some actionable steps. Go to the website, transformation.com to get that checklist, to get actionable about yourself, because now is the time to act. Now is not the time to just sit around. We want to build, create, add value, find opportunities. This is the time, y'all. And so that's what I'll leave y'all with. Just do it.
Just do
it. The whole Nike thing. Just do it. Go hard. Go home.
What are your final words, Angela?
Go hard or go home. And like I said, if you sitting around and you haven't done anything, your LinkedIn, starting Tuesday, join my LinkedIn challenge, 14-day challenge on my Facebook page, Angela Pitter Speaks. You can follow me on Twitter as well, Angela Pitter, and definitely connect with me on LinkedIn, because I'll send you to my little LinkedIn checklist, and that'll get you started too.
Awesome. And Angela, please tell them to go to coronatransformation.com.
And go to coronatransformation.com and download the checklist. Don't forget. That's action number one. Action number one. Action number two, connect with me on LinkedIn. Action number three, join my LinkedIn challenge next week.
Tina, any final words from you?
Apply for that loan. Do not let this pass you. This is the biggest opportunity, I believe, in our lifetime at this point.
Wow.
I mean, this is happening. This is changing. This is going to change the face of our lives forever. And we better take action and do it. And go to coronatransformation.com and download that checklist.
Yes.
Okay, my final words, and then I'm gonna when I finish this, I'm gonna head over to YouTube because a couple of people wanted to talk about staffing. First, I do want to say go to coronatransformation.com and download the checklist. Like I said, we're not selling anything. We really just came together in the last 24 hours and really decided that we wanted to empower everyone. So go get the checklist, utilize it, make the transformation. The word Corona doesn't have to be negative. It can be something positive that can take you to the next level. Also, 10,000 subscribers we have on our YouTube channel. So if you haven't signed up for my YouTube channel on staffing, it's D Williams GA. Do so. We have 7 awesome new videos coming up next week to celebrate our 10K milestone. You can also follow me on every platform. Y'all know that I help people start and scale their niche recruitments and staffing businesses. I just want to do a really quick, short PSA for all of the people who are thinking about starting a staffing business or who are in staffing and are trying to figure out whether or not to keep your doors open. This too shall pass. Right now, although there are 3 million unemployment claims that are out there, that's a good thing, to be honest with you, because that means we have 3 million talented professionals on the market who are eager and ready for a new opportunity. And understand this is going to blow over and all of that talent is going to be available. So right now, as staffingpreneurs, your job 100% is to connect with this talent, connect with employers, find out how you can support them. And if you're in a niche that's booming right now, even during this pandemic, reach out to me because we want to support you and help you with this loan to help you grow and expand and to be able to provide more staff, especially for those places and those industries where folks are not doing so well. If you are not in staffing, please go to my Facebook page, Your D Williams. I can also help you start a brick and mortar and an online business not related to staffing. And especially if you're a business coach, I can help you get your brand up great there too. I really want to just take this moment to just thank all the ladies for being on this call, for everyone who has taken the time to spend this hour and 12 minutes, which is way longer.
Thank you all.
Thank you. So appreciate you. We're going to go out. Let's
Big fingers.
y'all have a great day. We love y'all. Bye.
Bye.
It was so good. I love it.
Oh my God. That was cool.